Hey folks, what's up? Yeah, it's a bit of a different thing. Uh there is an actual episode coming up at 7:15, so this will be a bit short. But I wanted to bring something up. Uh and I didn't want people to I wasn't going to talk about because certain things I do like to talk about, certain things I do not like to talk about. This is one thing I did want to talk about. So I pre-recorded an episode earlier this week, talking about a couple of events, Kickstarters, what have you, nice light stuff. Then I heard about these comments that were made from an artist about Aaron Pierre. So this artist named Ethan Van Sciver, that's what I'm going to go with, made some very homophobic uh, comments and used a slur against Aaron Pierre as he was reviewing the trailer for Lanterns, and it was disgusting. I feel like, and obviously this is um me being a heterosexual cisgendered man saying this, but I have people in my life who are uh queer, who are non-gender conforming, who are across spectrums, and I love them all. Um, but I feel like enough is enough with this BS. I feel like in today's society, you cannot be black and be cared about by mainstream geek culture. Let me say that mainstream geek culture. No, they're automatically going to tell you whatever, obviously. But if you are black and you are a woman or female presenting, if you are black and you are queer, if you are black and you are, excuse me, trans, if you are black and you are non-gender conforming, if you are black and any of those groups or your identity is across a spectrum, you cannot breathe in the general direction of mainstream geek culture because there's always someone who's going to remind you every day of who you are. Not that you don't already know who you are, and you should be proud and love the being that you are because you are an absolute gem, an exquisite gem, and a treasure. I promise you that. But they're always going to find a way to to derogatorily speak to you and speak about you. The comments that this artist, let's say, made are disgusting. Absolutely disgusting and unneeded, just disrespectful in every way, shape, and or form. And there was no need for any of it. And then to even mock Mr. Pierre was saying, oh, hearing him actually speak sounds creepy, as if he shouldn't have a voice. He should just be a thing to just stand in whatever, like an object. And then he also went on to mock him more. In this day and age, if you are a part of geek culture and you love comics and you love gaming and you love anything and you are black, there is always going to be a way that mainstream, I'm gonna just say it, that some white person in that bubble is going to find a way to be derogatory to you, going to be hateful towards you, and enough is enough with it. It's either going to be, oh well, why do we have to make the character black? Oh well, why does it have to be about this? Oh well, you can't cosplay that character. That character wasn't black. It's maddening to me, and I'm heterosexual and cisgendered. So I know that the people who are women, who are female presenting, who are trans, who are queer, who are non gender conforming, it has to be an absolute just like there's no word. And it's continuous and it's disgusting. So I wanted to speak on this and say, just leave us alone. Leave black geek culture alone. Just leave it alone. Leave all of us alone. Every black just leave us alone. We're over here, you got to come over here. We go over here, you got to come over here. We're over here minding our business, you got to go over here and do this. You always have to find a way to be just the disgusting, bottom feeding, trash bag, just pubic lice individuals. You have to. There's like, you can't stop yourselves. No matter what it is. And the fact that it came from this trailer is so weird. You know how weird that is? He just yells out, "Oh, he's a bleep and a bleep." First off, I don't know why you had to clear up what that word is supposed to mean. When this is why my blood pressure gets up. And also the fact that I haven't heard a lot of black folks talking about this. I don't know why. Aaron Pierre is black. I feel like when something happens, like the only person I think I've heard speaking about this is Black Gay Comic Geek. I think it's the only person that I've heard saying anything about it that I know, that like in like black circles that I can think of, what have you. It's disgusting that this, and I use this term very loosely, this person would say this, but I don't dig that I'm not hearing any of y'all speaking about it. Look, when someone's speaking about a black person in derogatory terms and using horrific slurs, we gotta, like, you know, get together, stand up. You know, if we for black, we got to be for all black. Because I'm telling you one thing, if he was ready to say the F word so abruptly and so confidently, he's most definitely ready to say the N word with even more exuberance and panache when he says it. I can guarantee you that train is never late. It's never late. Like Chris Rock said, that train's never late. If they're using one word, they're going to use another one. Just wait. Give them about 5 minutes. They're going to say it. Haven't heard a lot of y'all speaking about it. Y'all were all up in arms about the Dakota incident, and y'all made it all about yourselves and everything. But something like this comes up, and it's homophobia and it's queer phobic. And I do not know what Mr. Pierre's love tastes are. Don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Whatever he's doing, the fact that this man decided to use a slur against Mr. Pierre, against Aaron Pierre, was disgusting, unneeded, and it was just one of the grossest things I've ever seen. I hated the fact that I even watched it, but I wanted to watch it to get a true sense of how he was in his feelings saying it. For this, again, and I use this term loosely, artist. We need to speak up on these things. Y'all were talking all this mess and having all these think pieces about the Dakota incident. Let's have a think piece about this. Why is this considered okay? And it's maddening to me. So I kind of looked this guy up, Van Sciver, he was an artist for DC for the Rebirth era. Didn't even look at the art, didn't even give a shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. These are people that we gotta like just immediately go after. I'm telling you right now, because if you're bigoted and discriminatory like that for one group, you're gonna spread out to the others. I'm guaranteeing you. I'm guaranteeing you. And I know that the N word was right on the tip of his tongue, ready to leap off like it was the Olympics and he was trying to do a full twist gainer into the pool. Like it was like springboard. I know it. I absolutely know it. And it was going to be one of the most disgusting things possible when he said it. He probably would have made a combo of it. It would have been a two-piece. He would have said the N word and then the F word, or the F word, then the N word. Y'all were ready to speak up and have all these pieces about the Dakota incident. Have a think piece about this. Have a think piece about the homophobia, the queer phobia that is out there, rampant. I'm looking at y'all. Y'all have bigger platforms than me. I'm a small fish. Y'all got bigger platforms than this. Let's start calling these people out. Not just when they say something about Black, but also when they say something about our siblings in geek culture, when they come up and they disrespect them. Our queer brothers, our queer sisters, our queer siblings, for the, I don't know what the term would be for non-gender conforming people, since they don't use brother and sister. I don't know. I'm learning a lot of stuff and I love learning it, but we got to talk about that. We need to be respectful. We need to show that love. It's all or nothing. We all got to be in this. All right. So that's all I've got to say. I just wanted to say that before this show came up. Speaking on, look, Joy Infinity. You already know. You already know. You already know. I'm all about love, and I'm all here for y'all. BBC. I saying that out loud just tickled me for some reason. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I mean saying that out loud just tickled me. You already know, man. You already know. People are not saying anything. Where y'all at? Y'all talk a lot, but don't want to talk about that. Meanwhile, a lot of people in our circles, are a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, and they're making comics, they're drawing comics, they're lining, editing, they're speaking on comics continuously. Why aren't y'all speaking up on them? Why aren't y'all speaking up for them? Why? Because this is something that you don't profit from. Because you can't make a think piece about that, because you're so myopic that your eyes can't see the entire geek culture, the entire community, which is such a beautiful, vibrant spectrum of a community. So if you're going to talk about a project that has nothing to do with you, you need to talk about this queer, homophobic incident that happened that could easily come to your door because you are Black and that man is Black. You got to stick up for the Black folks in this community. I'm not done with y'all. Y'all like to talk a good game, but you don't want to say anything if you don't profit from it. Let's be real. All right, folks, I'm gonna head out. I just want to say that real quick. Thank you so very much for listening to me say this, but I feel I had to say something. I don't know, Mr. Pierre, but I know disrespect, and I know trying to dehumanize someone when I hear it. And it was a disgusting thing to do. And Von Sciver, whatever your name is, shut your damn mouth. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Be safe, be blessed. Next up, there is an episode of The Hungry Bleak coming up, pre-recorded. It's a little bit lighter, but y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go drink this tea, mind my business, and I'm gonna go try to find some biscuits. I'll see y'all later. All right. Love. Peace.